This is Apostolos, founder of PNOE. Welcome everyone to a new podcast. Today with us we have Adam. Adam from DNA Fitness. Adam, if you could please, share a few words about, your business, about DNA Fitness. We would love to hear more about what you guys do at DNA Fitness.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for inviting me on the show. And as far as like DNA Fitness, so we exist to, I think like any gym, to improve the health and well-being of our community, of our local community. And our mission and vision is simple. It's that to educate, equip, and empower people to live their healthiest life. And our vision is that we would impact 5,000 people over the next 30 years that would ultimately change our community, because we believe if we can help 5,000 people be healthy and live a healthy lifestyle, that they would in return go and change the lives of 5 to 10 people around them, and ultimately impacting over 50,000 people. So yeah, that's a little bit about like our mission and what we're doing, and the type of people and the clientele that we serve is your average person that has a 9-to-5, or your stay-at-home mom, or even entrepreneurs, like busy professionals. Like we help people that need help when it comes to fitness and lifestyle. And that tends to be a lot of people, especially down here in South Florida. So again, that takes me to the next point of where our gym is located. We're in Cutler Bay, which is a local town in South Florida, Miami-Dade County. And that's what we do. We live down here in sunny South Florida with palm trees and beaches everywhere. And
amazing.
We like to help everybody have confidence when they go out to the beach.
That's amazing. And Adam, your mission and your vision at DNA Fitness is very powerful. And we are very glad that we collaborate, because you are a PNOE user. Of course, you will share more on this in a bit. Together with us today, we have Dimitris. Dimitris is a member of our metabolic experts team. Dimitris is working closely with Adam. Dimitris is Adam's actually account manager, metabolic expert account manager. So Dimitris, great, for having you in today.
Great being here, Apostolos.
Great. So, Adam, to kick off our discussion, I would like to ask you essentially if you could, say a few words about PNOE and, initially what intrigued you in the PNOE solution on the PNOE Grow ecosystem, and, you signed up. I mean, what was the value that you resonated with, and essentially it has helped your business so far from the PNOE ecosystem?
Yeah, so great question. For me, like I said, we serve our community, and most people they don't understand what's actually happening within their body. And to be able to get that data from the PNOE and help people more in depth on really getting them true results, and not only just true results, but lasting results, and teaching them, right? Our mission is educating, equipping, and empowering people. And the PNOE machine helps us to do that. Then like implementing it, I never wanted a gym that people can come and just work out in and go home. I wanted a gym that's going to change people's lives. And, you know, there's a lot of scientific formulas on what you should do, right? But if you don't have the data, it's you're still just guessing, right?
Exactly.
And so you know, when I saw the PNOE, I was super excited about that, because I know this is a machine that is not easily accessible until now, right? You know, you had to go into some really high sophisticated you know, science lab to really do this kind of experiment and get that raw data. So to have this in a suitcase that I can carry from my house to the gym or to somebody's house and do a test is just, you know, in my opinion, it's a phenomenal opportunity.
Great, Adam. Thank you. And what you said, this is precisely our vision as a company, to democratize this very powerful test, this very powerful method known to humanity. I mean, we know the value of cardiometabolic analysis. It has been not known for over a century, but as you said, it was the access to the test was always very difficult. You had to go to some, you know, to a performance lab, and the access to the test was restricted. And our vision is to democratize this and make sure that, you know, as the American Heart Association says, that every single adult should take this test at least annually. So this is our vision. Yeah, Adam, I'm very glad that you know, from your own point of view, you resonated with the value of cardiometabolic analysis, and you added it to your business. I wanted to ask you, Adam, like, is there a story, you know, is from the test that you have already conducted with PNOE, has something stood out? I mean, how has PNOE helped your clients actually? Like the data that you collected, like if you could share with us like a story, a case study, that would be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's funny because this story is like one of my coaches, and you know, you're always looking to help somebody lose weight and trying to figure out why it's hard for them to lose weight. But you know, what do you do when somebody is actually losing muscle mass that is trying to gain muscle mass, right?
Yes.
And you know, so we also have an in-body machine that gives us skeletal muscle readout and, you know, body fat percentage and all of that. And one of my coaches was uh, doing a strength training program, and she actually started losing skeletal muscle tissue, and she couldn't figure out why. So, you know, I encouraged her to do the PNOE test, and we did it. And in the middle of our metabolic review with Dimitri here, he was talking, and something clicked in what we were talking about, and the data that we got from the test showed that my coach was not eating enough food because her I forget what the metric is. It's
It was the movement economy.
Yes, the movement economy. So her movement economy was really, really low. And what that basically means is if your movement economy is really, really low, then when you work out, you're burning an excess of calories. And she was eating to basically lose weight without knowing. And she was burning way too many calories in order to actually gain muscle tissue. So she immediately increased her caloric intake, especially on the days that she's working out. And she immediately saw results, right? She stopped losing skeletal muscle tissue, and then she's actually gained about a pound of skeletal muscle tissue since that test about a month and a half ago.
Great. That is an amazing story. Adam, and essentially, as you mentioned, InBody, we collaborate with InBody. Many of our clients combine PNOE with an InBody equipment because the metabolic analysis and the body mass composition are very compatible data. But I really like in the story that you just shared, that even an expert in fitness, even a trainer, even a coach, when there is lack of data, it's very difficult to fine-tune your nutrition, to fine-tune your workout, essentially, in order to achieve your goals. So that is a great story, and I'm very glad that our test helped your coach, in order to get closer to her end goal. So that's a great story. Thanks for sharing. My next question, Adam, is essentially in terms of looking at your business. Do you think that PNOE can help you increase the retention of your clients? And essentially, how do you think that PNOE can help the retention of your clients?
Yeah, so I think there's a few ways that I think about it, right? The first is that the test is intimate, right? It takes people out of the larger classes, whatever, and brings them close, and it gives you the opportunity to now, get more in depth with them and really help them, right? The second way is like getting them results. I'll give you an example right now. I have a member who has been coming to my group classes for a very long time, and he hasn't lost weight in a while. And so we did the PNOE test with him today to see, what his results are. But we put together a package with the PNOE included in it, and then we're going to really structure everything that he does going forward for the next 3 months based off of the results that we get from the PNOE machine, right? And then I think when you help somebody in that way, it builds a bigger bond and a connection with the client that just helps them to know that you care, right? And if there's anything that I know about being a business owner, is people do business with people they know, like, and trust, right? And if you can help somebody in that manner, that trust that they have for you is going to just build, and they're not going to need to go anywhere else because they don't want to have to rebuild trust with other people. So I think PNOE actually helps us to build on that and deepen that connection relationship with the client.
Great. And as you shared earlier, Adam, I understand that you have done several consultation calls and discussions with your metabolic expert, Dimitris.
Yes.
How has this helped you essentially how has this helped your clients understand better the metabolic testing, and very importantly, the actionable insights from the test?
I'm sorry. So how has it helped?
How have essentially the consultation calls that you've conducted with Dimitris helped you explain the actionable insights derived from the test for your clients?
Yeah. So, I mean, the Dimitri is excellent. I love getting on the phone call with him. I mean, I feel like it's almost a service that I should be paying for to learn from him every time we get on these calls. But but definitely, it's great to be on the calls with Dimitri when we're going over the data, to be able to ask questions, and to like get his insight on what he thinks we should be doing based off of, what the PNOE tells us in the data there. And that just really helps us to solidify a strong program for the client that is almost going to guarantee results, right? I mean, you can't guarantee anything because clients are only with you for about an hour a day, but if they do what's necessary outside of the gym, according to the data that we get off of the PNOE, then I mean, it's priceless.
Great, great. So I would like to, my next question is more on the financial aspect of, how essentially PNOE can help financially a business. So Adam, I would be very eager to hear from you, like, of course, on things that you can't disclose during our discussion. How has PNOE helped your business financially? And eventually, where do you think that what is the penetration that you expect to reach with PNOE testing and services within your clientele, within your members?
Yeah, so great question. I think, so to touch on that first one or that last one that you just said, like, what is my expectation? I mean, my expectation is that everybody should do this, right? No, it's not, and everybody's not going to do that, and that's to their loss, right? Because I think it could benefit everybody. It's benefited me, it's benefited my wife, it's benefited my coaches, and it's also benefited all of my clients who have used it so far. So I don't know anybody who would not benefit from actually getting this data and then implementing it into their lives. So but my goal is to offer this to, well, I mean, I'm going to offer it to all of my clients and all of my members, but my goal is to first get half of our membership base, right? 40 to 50% of our membership base covered by doing the PNOE. And I have a couple different strategies that I'm thinking about. I mean, the first one is obviously just going up to people and talking to them, and emails and things like that, letting them know about the device and what it does and how it would benefit them. But then also implementing it into, like I did with my last client that I just did today. I like put together a whole package, and he didn't see the price that I was charging for the actual test. I just bundled it together. There's a nutrition, there's the personal training, and then there's the test, and it's all incorporated in there in one price. And doing something like that where it's not even an option, it's like, okay, this is part of the package, and you have to do this before we go forward. So that's another idea that I have to to get more people actually doing this test. And I think what might happen is as more people test and start getting results, they're going to start talking about it. And when they start talking about it, rumor spreads really fast.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we've seen this, on other affiliates, on other PNOE accounts. This network effect that you are describing, this word of mouth. And Adam, what you shared also, I find this very interesting and very smart, actually, to, kind of integrating the PNOE services to your existing offerings, to the memberships. But, it's great to hear that you expect to offer this to a very large percentage of your members, to half of them. And, we're here, of course, to help you and support you. I know that, with Dimitris, you have even day-to-day interaction. And yes, Adam, I mean, what you've shared today is great. Would you like to add anything else? Would you like to, share anything else with our audience on, PNOE, on metabolic analysis? Is there anything else that you would like to add that we haven't covered?
Yeah, I mean, so, and this is obviously, I mean, I don't think it's my opinion, but it's like our approach to everything is metabolic health is everything. If you want to live a long, healthy lifestyle, like we have to understand what's happening within our bodies. And the PNOE allows us to do that. The initial fee for the machine, I mean, the way that I thought about it was that I was going to pay for it up front because I don't like having bills. So I would rather just pay everything up front. And then now I have an asset that's going to generate cash flow and increase my monthly revenue. So that's the route that I chose to do. And I think it was a smart route because I'm positioned now to deliver the message to all of my clients and everybody, and everything that comes in is strictly profit, right? So yeah, that's where we're at. I mean, like the value of the machine is by far way more than what you actually pay for it, because if you think about it, you're not just helping people get results and look good, but you're actually helping them improve internally how their bodies are functioning, right? So you're helping them lower their risk of diabetes. You're helping them, if they have cardiovascular issues, you can, put your training together in a specific way to help them with those cardiovascular issues, and so on and so forth. So to pass up on the opportunity to partner with you guys, I would say would be doing a disservice to your community if you really are passionate about helping people improve the quality of their life.
Excellent. And Adam, thank you for your kind words. I mean, they mean a lot to us, and this is what gets us going, and this discussions with affiliates like you make us even more excited and even more committed to what we're doing. So Adam, thank you very much for connecting today. It was great. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Dimitri,
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining our discussion. And it would be great to reconnect in a couple of months to see, just to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always open to jump on a call and have a conversation.
Of course. Great. Thank you, Adam Robbins, from the owner of DNA Fitness.